meantime, growing concerns about what could be a showdown coming with Iran. The U.S. has sent a massive aircraft carrier to the region. It's going to be off the coast in the waters off of Yemen. It will be prepared to block any Iranian ships that are trying to bring weapons to Yemen's rebels. This could get very interesting. Doug McElway is live in Washington with more. The White House is obviously concerned that this Yemen situation is about to spin out of control, Doug.
That's right, Martha. And the country that may be most worried about that is Saudi Arabia, which has been pounding the Houthi rebels and their strongholds incessantly for the past week or so. The one bomb impact that we saw yesterday, a huge attack, may have hit a munitions depot. It sent massive shockwaves across the area, and civilian casualties have been mounting. The civilian casualties are one of the reasons that the White House has been urging Saudis to pull back on those strikes. The White House has been in constant communication with the Saudis, apparently. And the deployment of the USS Teddy Roosevelt battle group to the region, including these 9 warships, may be an attempt to calm the Saudis' unease as well as stop the Iranian arms shipments to the Houthi rebels.
The situation in Yemen is one that also must be resolved diplomatically. And one of the concerns that we have with Iranian behavior in terms of the destabilizing impact they're having on the broader region is the fact that they continue to supply weapons and offer support to the Houthis in Yemen.
The United Nations believes that the airstrikes against the Houthi rebels have killed at least 760 civilians. The Los Angeles Times reporting this morning that it has also resulted in a humanitarian crisis in what is already the Arab world's poorest country. Martha?
Yeah, this is a very tangled web because we're supporting these Saudi airstrikes.
Yeah, we are, with aerial refueling and other support activities, yet there appears to be no clear objective at this point, with many doubting that the Houthi rebels' advance can be thwarted without a sizable ground force to oppose them, which no one at this point seems willing to undertake. And this, as you know, is but one small part of a Middle East cauldron that appears to be boiling over in several areas. Martha?
Thank you, Doug.
Martha, let's break it down. The people, the geography, and where we as a nation are in the middle of all of this now. Saudi Arabia, significant concerns with the fighting that's happening on its southern border with Yemen, a long border it shares. Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Qatar, these are all Sunni nations that are fighting Houthi rebels, which are Shia. And the Shia, as you know by now, are backed by Iran. So that's the people involved here. The geography is fascinating. Strait of Hormuz here, Persian Gulf about 20 miles across, Gulf of Aden down here about 20 miles across as well. 2 significant choke points for trade, for oil, that serves the entire world. Now, the USS Theodore Roosevelt steaming out of the Persian Gulf down to, along with another warship, off to the coast of Yemen, and it will join 10 other U.S. warships that have for the most part, been in this area for some time. So all the action here, southern Arabian Sea, off the coast of Yemen, the Red Sea to a lesser extent to the southwest of Yemen. And this is the area of concern the United States has, along with its allies at the moment, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and others. Significant deal in the following way. Is Iran backing these rebels? If they are, as many believe, what are they giving them? And the concern over the past several days has been surface-to-air missiles. If that happens, you can now defend the skies, and that is the major concern, whether or not you can interdict that distribution. So what happens here? And if you make a wrong move, well, there could be a world of hurt that follows that, literally speaking, based on that map.
And while we're trying to block them from bringing weapons to the Houthis, we're trying to deal with them at the negotiation table over the nuclear deal. So John Bolton's going to come talk to us about that as well, coming up in just a moment.